You know what I like about a foldable phone? It's got two screens packed as one. Two full proper displays that can run two full functional apps at the same time. And this is so underrated. So, we've been calling this multitasking. And this is less than useful because, well, you couldn't really see the apps. And if you use the keyboard, then game over. And that's where a folding phone like the OnePlus Open makes it very easy and natural. But wait, it gets better. You could go ahead and add in a third app to the mix and freely move between them and use them all at the same time. In fact, you could go ahead and make this one bigger and work more easily. And this is what OnePlus calls Open Canvas. It's actually designed by OnePlus for large displays, and it kind of lets you use larger displays more effectively. And the last few weeks that I've been using this, I've actually learned quite a few things. So let me share that with you. Let's go. Now, very frankly, one of my first worries with regards to a big display was how would I use it to type on this? And it turns out no matter what kind of typing I prefer, all options existed. Personally, I find myself fastest with swipe to type method. And so I could just pop out the keyboard, set the size I prefer, and just swipe over letters the way I do on a regular phone. And then my second worry was, would I ever get myself to use the large display to its full extent? And to my surprise, once I started, I found myself very difficult to go back. So the wedding season is on here in India, and I've started taking suggestions from my friends on what looks good. And as I find stuff, I'm able to share and discuss in a group on the side as I browse for more things. Or a few times when I'm reviewing a presentation with someone at work, it's so much easier to be able to remotely connect this way and discuss face to face while still being able to review and discuss a presentation. Now guys, I'm not trying to say that it's better than a laptop, but it's definitely easier on this phone than on any other phone, especially if you're on the move. Another example, I use YouTube to research and work out my scripts, or if I'm learning something new. And so while I'm watching a video, I mostly have my notes on the right side. And so I don't need to have a notepad and a pen with me. I'm always ready to research and jot down anytime, anywhere. But then while researching, I also open up the browser and surf the internet, right? And that's when I'm able to open a third app window. And you see how easy all this becomes. I can freely move between these three and never lose sight of these apps while I research and make notes. But then when I'm working during office hours, I'm able to work with my team on Slack, coordinate with my freelancer on WhatsApp, and pick designs from my gallery that the freelancer sent to my colleagues on Slack. Or even if it's just a file that I downloaded, it's super easy for me to quickly access my recent files, drag out the file, drop it, and send it. And then, on top of all of this, Open Canvas has made it really easy for you to get these things to work. So let's say a group of apps together works out really well for you. You could save that combination as a group. And next time you want that same setup, just tap the group you created in the taskbar and it's ready for you. The other cool thing is that you can expand all the three apps to full screen and quickly shuffle between them with just single taps. And so that way, if you require certain apps to always be full screen, you have that option. And by the way, when you're using three apps this way, just pinch in with 4 fingers to use all three apps together at the same time simultaneously. And there's also something called as floating window. So let's say I'm watching a YouTube video and I'm also chatting with someone on WhatsApp. I could very easily slide out WhatsApp, read, and reply to a message, and then continue doing what I was doing. And by the way, the floating windows can be resized to some extent as you want it. And that's all about work and being productive. But even when you're not doing any of those things, this is a great phone for watching anything or playing any game. Now, sure, when you watch YouTube, there's quite a bit of letterboxing, which you won't ordinarily notice in a regular smartphone. But the experience is still better because the letterboxing doesn't really bother you. You're focused on watching the content and it's still bigger than usual. And on top of that, this has a really good speaker system. It's louder, clearer, and sharper than most traditional smartphones. And even when you're watching YouTube, you get these really nice premium controls laid out right in front of you that really helps you go around the video easily. And then once you game on this thing, it's never going to be the same on a regular phone. Games take up the entire display and it just looks bigger and better. The gaming experience is a lot more fun. So yeah, be it work or pleasure, I think a foldable phone really changes the way you use and interact with a phone. And once you get used to it, you'll realize just how productive and convenient it is. And fun fact, amongst all OnePlus phones, OnePlus 11 and the OnePlus Open are the only phones that give you 4 years of Android updates and 5 years of security updates. And that puts it neck to neck with Samsung One UI that offers you the same years of upgrades and updates. How many of my friends in the recent past have seen me walk around with this phone and they've always asked me, is it worth it? Does it make sense over a traditional phone? And obviously, while I've been answering them on those questions, I decided to make a video and share my answer with you too. Anyway, I hope I was able to demonstrate a couple of really helpful, useful cases, and it helps you understand the device a bit better. And hey, if you guys are interested in getting one of these, I'll leave a link down below so you can just get yourself one. Alright, that's it guys about the OnePlus Open and Open Canvas that's on it. If you guys still have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section, and of course, I'll help you out. And if you did enjoy watching the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification icon, and mark all. Really helps the channel grow. I'll see you guys in the next one.